You just crossed over into the female zone.
If you want to know what it's like to be like the big girl in a friend group, let me share an experience I just had recently. This took place on my birthday, of all days. I'm out at a bar with friends. Life is good. I'm feeling good. I lost 40, almost 50 pounds, and I'm feeling good. There's a table of boys next to us, and like we can hear them talking, kind of. It's really loud, obviously. It's a bar. And it's obvious that they're looking at us and talking about us or somebody at our table. This guy comes over to our table and he immediately comes around to my side of the table and he like touches my shoulder. And I was kind of put off because like, why are you talking to me? You know? He starts asking me questions like what my name is, how old I am, what I do for work, etc., etc. Then he asks the golden question, which is, can I get your number? And I hesitated because this doesn't happen. The girls at the table were like, do it, you know? And I was like, yeah, why not? Like, why not? Give him my number, or I start to give him my number. He stops and he like turns around to look at his table and he was like, you guys owe me $50. And they all start laughing and he starts laughing. And the guy that was talking to me like kind of walks away kind of halfway between our tables, and his friend was there and he's like, I told you fat bitches are easy. And that was the end of the evening. That was it. So, yeah. That was super good for my confidence, and yeah.
All right, so let's say for argument's sake that this story is 100% accurate. Now, I know that a lot of my viewers out there are going to say, Gorilla, you can't believe all these stories because obviously there's a note of exaggeration here. I'm pretty sure that part of this, if not more than half of it, is false. Whatever, all right? I do read the comments and I pick up on that. But okay, let's just say for argument's sake that this is 100% accurate. The whole thing about this, ladies, is everything that happened to her right there is 100% in her control. Now, I know that you're thinking, oh, Gorilla, that's victim blaming, this and that. No. Please hear me out. You see, unlike short men who have no option, it's not like they can grow anymore or anything like that. It's genetics. They get made fun of in their faces. They're told by women, you're too short for me. I want a taller guy, right? Her being the big girl, she's saying, oh, this is how it's like to be the big girl. Okay, sister, here's the difference. You see, your weight, and to be generous, is 99% in your control. 99%. I mean, there is that 1% off chance that, you may have a thyroid issue or something like that, but let's just go with the 99% chance it's in your control. You decide what you eat, you decide how much exercise you do or you don't do, you decide your calorie intake, you decide what dietary plan you take, you decide what percentage of your food has sugar, has fiber, has protein. You follow me, ladies? So I know that she's trying to say, oh, look how bad it is to date as a big girl. This girl has to say, hey, check it out. If you don't like how men treat you as a big girl, why don't you take control of your own destiny and lose the weight? Now, she said that she lost 40 pounds. Great. Well, then keep losing more weight. Keep going that way. And something tells me that experiences like these will become fewer and further between. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on.
Men want to know why we're not cooking for them. It's because they're not paying for the groceries. Y'all are not paying for the groceries. Is this what you want to eat? Is this what you want to eat? I used an expired tortilla. Look at this. I picked what was good from this. This expired last month. Look at this onion. This is what you want me to feed you? You not buying no groceries. Making food with expired ingredients takes a lot for me. Nothing about this tastes fresh at all. This tortilla and the spinach is not that great, but dude, I'm not wasting anything. There's no visible mold. I use good pieces of the spinach. The cheese was good. The salsa was good.
Come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Hold up there, sister. You mean to tell this gorilla that you literally made a video on TikTok trying to shame men because you're too broke to buy fresh ingredients? Hold up. How in the hell can a brokey like this take her brokenness and try to turn that L into a W by saying, oh, this is why you're getting fed, men, because you're not buying fresh ingredients, but I'm not going to waste nothing. Sister, you broke, all right? You a brokey. You a dusty. You got nothing to offer a man. Hell, you can't even cook for a man. You know that old saying, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach? You can't even offer that. And because you can't offer that, you're trying to shame men because you can't afford to go down to Walmart or something like that and pick up some fresh groceries? Ladies, seriously, in the comments, make it make sense. I don't understand this. How is your inability to feed yourself with some fresh food an L that a man has to take? I mean, hell, sister, if it's gonna be like that, get your butt over to a food pantry or something. I may be mistaken, but I don't think men want to go out with this woman for her to serve up some fresh tortillas or something like that. Not to mention, hear you munch on that spinach like if you were some kind of cow. It was pretty off-putting, sister. What you gonna do next? Show your dirty underwear and say, hey, men ain't getting a date with me because they're not paying for the detergent? Moving on.
To the guy that came into my live the other day and said to go check my GoFundMe because he made a donation. Screw you. Seriously, why would you do that? Why would you do that to somebody? Because I actually came up here to Wyoming. Look at this. I mean, nowhere, Wyoming. Because you said you came into my live and you said you made the donation. And it's got to come through by the time I get up here. I just got cell service. I had to pull over because I got the email saying it's been refunded. Why would you do that? I just want to know why. Why would you do that to somebody? Especially when you know the situation that they're in. So yeah, I know it's my fault for actually driving up here, but I figured, why would I not trust that? Why would I not trust that? Yeah, don't worry. I'll figure this out. I'll figure it out somehow. I don't have a choice now. So thank you, Bruce. Thank you so much. Why would you do that? I just don't understand how anybody could do that to somebody. Yeah. Wyoming. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks a lot.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
All right, you know what, sister? I gotta say this, and I gotta make it very clear. I'm not gonna victim blame here by saying that you are 100% in the wrong. He's 100% innocent. Now, the guy was a total jerk for doing that to you, and he's gonna take part of the blame. Hands down, he's gonna take part of the blame. But I will say that the majority of blame falls on you. I mean, you actually drove up into the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, that you've never been to before, on a promise from a total stranger to send you money. Sweetheart, that's how people get kidnapped. What are you thinking? I know that you probably are upset and you're pretty frustrated right now, but this girl is gonna say, be thankful that it was some stupid prank and no harm came to you. Or at least it appears that no harm has come to you. I don't know what happened after this video, but ladies, you gotta understand, it's hard for this gorilla, and I'm pretty sure a lot of male viewers out there, to feel any kind of sympathy for you when you make these bad choices. Accountability. See, this is why I say that the majority of the fault falls on her. I'd say about 2/3 fall on her, 1/3 falls on the guy. Why 2/3? Because accountability. She's out in the middle of the highway in Wyoming because of her own choices. She decided to believe this guy. She got catfished. She decided to say, hey, you know what? Why wouldn't I believe it? Because you needed the money. Why would you believe a total stranger that tells you to drive out in the middle of Wyoming with a promise of money? I've said this before and I'll say it again. When it comes to actual danger that you women say, oh, I don't feel safe, this and that. Women have this high tendency to put themselves and those around them in a lot of danger and don't actually think things through. You need to slow down and think about it. Like, hey, how dangerous is this? Sure, say that this girl is victim blaming. Whatever. I stand by my statement. Do not put yourselves in a dangerous situation. If you purposely put yourself in a situation and you didn't consider how dangerous it is, the amount of danger that you're exposing yourself to, it's really hard for me to feel sorry for you. It's not like the guy stalked her and broke into her house and then did something to her. Nope, that's not what happened here. Good luck, sister. Moving on.
So tonight I was officially rejected by a man who I never even wanted, or I didn't even want to begin with, and gave a chance, and then realized through giving a chance that I still didn't want him. But you know what? That doesn't change the fact that rejection hurts. And I've been dealing with a lot of rejection recently in my life, and it hurts, and that's okay. And I'm accepting of the fact that, like, it's okay to feel hurt by rejection, but that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me. That doesn't mean that I've done something. That doesn't mean anything. Other people's rejection is a reflection of them and what they want and their desires. It's not a reflection of me. And if people can't handle rejecting you upfront and honestly and being mature and having conversations, again, that's a reflection of them. And that's not somebody I want in my life. But that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And that's okay. And like, that's part of stuff that I've come to terms with as an adult, and I do realize that not every single person can handle all of this as even keeled as I can, but it's not like without work. It's like I have practiced and worked and dealt with, and I've dealt with a lot of rejection in my life, so I've had a lot of chances to really perfect understanding, like, this is okay and it's not my fault and it's not that big of a deal. And you know, even if I do want something and you know I get rejected from that situation, there's going to be more opportunities, and I'm claiming them and I'm owning them, and they're going to come to me and they're going to find me. Anyway, life lesson.
Oh, damn, Queen. I guess there's a truth to the saying that women can't handle rejection. That was a long-winded way of you saying, I'm okay, you know, I can handle rejection, whatever. No, it's obvious you can't handle rejection. Was this like the first time you ever been rejected? Or let me actually specify that. Even though you didn't say it, it seems to this gorilla, this is the first time you actually got rejected by a guy that you were really into. I mean, he must have been hot. You really wanted this to work out and you got rejected and it's blown you away. Sweetheart, men deal with rejection like 10 times a day. Or at least the ones that are actively trying to date get rejected all the time. And you don't see them making TikTok videos about it saying, oh, well, you know, I just really didn't want her in my life. I got rejected by a woman who I really wasn't interested in, and then make a whole video about it. You know, don't use that copium. Say the truth. You were actually into the guy. That's why you made the video, because it hurt you. Because if you weren't into the guy, you wouldn't give it a second thought. So please, miss me with that BS. You like the guy, he looked at you and he said, you know what? Even though I got a spot on my roster, nah, I'm not going to give it to you. I want a girl with a cheerleader figure, not a linebacker figure. And that's okay, you know, the big backs need some loving too. But sweetie, I got to say this. If you're going to continue to try to go after those Chad/Tyrones, you better start getting used to a lot of rejection, followed shortly by a pump and dump.
You're goddamn right.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.